completely different nature.
Oh, he has to hear that. Okay.
You just say different nature, meaning he already knows he's an earth hand, you're a fire hand. So it's two different kinds of personality. Like you're saying, he's very stable as a earth hand person. He's also grounded and very practical, and also he very active. Whereas you're grounded, you're stable, you're liking to work with the hands. You're very practical about things, whereas he's a little bit more bold and courageous. That's fire hand person usually. Earth hand people, they're, like I say, stable and steady and practical in a lot of ways. You can see here, you're the red, he's the blue, and you can see the fingers also show different traits and personalities. I'll just point out briefly what they mean.
Mm-hmm.
What's this ring here for? I didn't notice that.
It's a moldavite, which is a...
Moldavite? I didn't put that down. I know what moldavite is. I also have some of my own. Someone told
you do?
Someone told you to wear that there, or what? Is something you decided to do yourself?
And here too, I have a moldavite on my...
Okay.
It's an asteroid, right?
Yeah, meteorite.
Meteorite.
And it's a very powerful stone. In fact, with that, you don't need anything else. It's so powerful. It works on all chakras, and very psychic. It deals dealing with the third eye and dealing with your psychic.
I feel like when I sleep, my third eye is completely open.
Okay, the subconscious mind.
And then I tap into many people that I'm with in different lifetimes, which kind of helps me. It's very clear.
Well,
it can disrupt or help me.
And then last life, we're talking about 125 years ago. That was about 80 years before your birth in this life. You were a traveling mendicant, gypsy, living on the road, doing your own
I would love
your
that.
own fortune telling for a business, and that was last life. We're talking
If you
about
missed it, he said that in my last lifetime I was a gypsy, which I always wanted to be a gypsy.
Traveling across the land. You heard of the Cobra gypsies? They're like a whole tribe in India that just they go catching cobras from villages and
that's exactly why I don't want to be ever settling. And baby,
does my hand tell me about my past life at all?
I didn't look at it too
Can
much.
You show?
I got sidetracked by a lot of questions.
So I'm sorry.
That's it.
Well, last life again. You were also in a human last life, but you failed to be self-realized. You were, as a mother, you had too many children. You couldn't spend any time with your worship and your devotional side.
Practice.
You're just maintaining the household, meditating on your husband, meditating on taking care of the kids. You wanted
That's
to be.
Why you wanted probably no kids.
You wanted to be spiritual, but the family obligations got in the way. So the only thing you could remember at the time of death was not Krishna, but your husband, because he was the one that put you through so much heartache and hardship and
I see a lot
struggling with the family duties and the family cooking and the family and probably why you don't want to be so involved with a family now. Maybe your family that your parents weren't really giving you a good example, or I don't know, so many things. You know better than I do. But last life didn't work out because you failed in your self-realization. So don't make the same mistake this life. Now that you have a good idea, now you have good understanding and see what this crazy world's all about. You don't want no part of it? Well, get more into your spirituality.
More spiritual life,
That will answer all your questions. And the Vedas and the Srimad Bhagavatam, Mahabharata, Bhagavad Gita, they have all the details of every question about spiritual life you need to ask. So whatever I say today, you'll probably, one might forget it or whatever. But the Vedas were recorded 5,000 years ago for the benefit of all humankind. Male, female, even the creatures of the earth benefit from the Vedas, especially if they get some prasadam.
They
So,
do, and they get the.
Yeah, they
get-
remember that.
yeah.
And he said that you and me are different in personality but compatible.
But compatible and.
Because,
Yeah, earth and
but
fire.
completely
Earth and fire.
different in our personality.
yeah,
Do
I
you
was-
see that?
I was showing her the
Is there a
comparison
chart like-
right here
yeah.
with the she's the red, you're the blue, and how that.
But it's complementary though.
Yeah.
Right,
the-
yeah.
Well,
But
you
see,
have a
Earth is
few-
very solid, and I'm always like,
well, fire hand people are very active, and earth hand people are very stable and practical,
Mm-hmm.
like that.
Yeah.
So it's a 90% compatibility rate for earth hand and fire hand. But I'm not saying that
A high
there's not going to
percentage.
be any. Well, push for 100%.
100%. Yeah.
That'll be a lot more successful for you.
Yeah.
did you just say like something about the sun
Her right,
here? I
yeah.
just wanted.
Yeah, there's a star right here. See that?
Can you show me?
Right here, star. See all these points coming out? And there's also a triangle within that star. So that shows me that you are a highly creative personality. You can be good at whatever you put your mind to. If you want to be into music, you could be a good musician. You have a very flexible, subtle thumb
You paint
to
things.
play, or even artists. Artists have to be a little ambidextrous, like what you do with your right hand, you can easily do with the left hand. And
See, I have these
Use-
puffy things, so I feel like I have connected
yeah,
to the
you have
sun.
overdeveloped mounts. That's the
Mounds,
overdeveloped
yeah.
Venus mount,
Venus mound, right?
and that's overdeveloped here. And yeah, these are strong.
Somebody
areas.
told me that I have effect of the sun somewhere. I don't know where. If it's
Right
your
here,
sun somewhere.
right here.
That's
This
the
is
sun
your
right
sun
there.
mount right here. This is
Oh.
the moon, the lunar mount. This is the Venus, and this is your sun.
Okay.
So yeah, you have a
And what does it say about my heart line? I haven't had too many.
this is what you want to see. You were born in an auspicious part of the world. You have a strong emotional attachment to the Supreme Bhagavan right here. This is a trident right here at the end. This is at the age 70 area. So again, the trident is a good symbol, which shows that you do know about the three modes of nature, and you know about the Trimurtis, Brahma, Vishnu,
Oh my
Shiva.
God, all the time.
And
And the
you're,
plant I picked up.
you're trying to utilize your mystical powers for attaining self-realization. So you do have strong
But I
mystical
was a
powers.
psychic roaming around giving my
Gypsy.
own thing,
Gypsy.
just like him.
That's good. I can
That's
see you. I can see her doing that. I can.
That's what I sometimes like fake it. Like I am a bit of a psychic, but I don't give readings.
Well, you can. Anybody can. If I could do it, anybody can. You know, you just have to have a desire. And
Thank you.
let's look at the left hand.
Yes. You feel content when you go to India?
I did. However, I stood out like a sore thumb, and everybody's like, "Oh, where you from? Where you from?" And I was just wanting to walk around and look at all the sights, and everywhere I went, I was constantly, no, not robbed, just constantly. I don't know, just people coming up to you, like you're the celebrity or something, you know. Dancing white elephant. That's what Prabhupada would call his American disciples.
American devotees,
Dancing
right.
white elephants. They were just like the biggest thing in town. The circus
You're an
is-
instant
Circus.
celebrity.
Attraction. Right.
Circus is in town, folks. Come and see the white elephants we have. So
That's
that's
why
what
we have
it,
white elephant outside.
so that's what it felt like. I couldn't
Did
go
you see the white elephant outside?
the one over there.
Yeah, the white elephant.
Well, it's going to be a painted up elephant in another week or two. Yeah, we had
Oh,
it.
it would be a painted elephant?
It's going to all be painted, decorated. Yeah, it was cracking and falling apart. Okay, so.
She's so comfortable wearing sari. That lady is so comfortable wearing
she is.
sari.
White lady.
To me, it's such a big deal.
Is with this one here?
Yeah.
But yeah, you may have another opportunity that you might want to explore coming up in another 2 years or so.
Work opportunity. or-
Work opportunity, yeah.
Hey, it could be when you're moving with me.
Right.
And this is your heart line. See, this is Sattva area. This is the Rajasic area where the mind is, and this is your
The life?
physical. Yeah, this
Okay.
is a physical Tamasic Rajagun Sattva. Well, what I'm saying is the lower areas is more physical. This is more subtle.
Yeah.
This is more spiritual up in here.
Okay.
So this area right here is where your Surya mount is, and this you're trying to use your creativity for your physical more so than you are your spiritual. So you're putting a lot of focus on the body, but now you're needing to take a transition, a step up into
For more spiritual.
for more
Use
spirituality.
your creativity for spirituality.
Yeah, be
Yeah.
more creative in your spiritual pursuit. So, like taking this adventure, coming to New
Yeah,
Vrindavan,
this is part of it.
step in the right direction. That is
Right.
bhakti yoga. That is a transcendental activity.
Right.
What kind of ring do you have on here? What is this?
Oh, just like a
Decorative?
She went,
I told him that he looks good with black.
yeah,
Okay.
Yeah,
But-
it's decorative.
okay, so it's more decorative.
decorative.
Yes.
And significant.
And this too.
And that too. Yeah.
Yin yang.
Yeah.
And,
Yin
this
yang.
is hematite. Hematite.
I think so. Yeah.
Yes.
It is, yeah.
That's a powerful stone. So
Yeah.
you do take it off when you sleep at night. And
Yeah.
things. Okay. This looks like it also has some kind of
He
metal.
has like a fidget spinner, I think.
Oh.
Something like that.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
cool. But the marriage line, the union line, is the most difficult to interpret. That's why you have to study all the rest of them to
All the rest lies.
figure
yeah.
out. Well, as you know, bringing up a human for 21 years in America is probably one of the most expensive endeavors you can take on. So if you want a challenge, yeah, raise a human for 21 years in this modern society and see if they remain loyal and dedicated to you after age 17. Looking
Oh my
back at
God,
your-
babe.
looking back at your
Can
time.
you imagine? My son left at 17.
He did, right?
And right now he's 21.
I flew the coop and left my parents at
18.
17 too,
You
because
did
it was
too.
just,
Yeah.
this is not family life. I look at TV and watch all these nice families on TV, and this is not what I'm seeing.
not
I don't
mine,
want
right?
it. So it's
Yeah.
all illusion. It's all a big grand illusion that, yeah, get married and have a family and everything will be nice and happy. Leave it to Beaver and da 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 da.
Yeah.
But it's not the reality. The reality is the parents realize, oh my God, we got this extra mouth to feed, and
And this
they're
bill and
eating.
this
They're teenagers now, and they're eating us out of our house. And oh my God, we
Now they
better
want
get
college and-
yeah. Now they want college, which is a $300,000 tuition, and then before you know it, you're spending more than $250,000 raising a human. So how many humans can you afford? What to speak of your own expenses? Add that up. Add that into the equation. What's it cost to maintain yourself as a human in America? I know I could get by with maybe, at the least, I could get by with maybe, I don't know, 12 grand or something. That's on a low poverty level.
Yeah.
But the
12 grand
average,
in a month.
yeah,
In a year.
In a year. Yeah, in a whole year. But if I'm living in New York City or
Right.
living in some other expensive city,
price area.
you can multiply that by about 6 times or more, you
Right,
know.
6
So,
times or more.
yeah, let's be realistic and look at the numbers and crunch the numbers before you dive in the sack and decide to produce a baby, you know, because it's not cheap. Now, you go to the Philippines, go to India, Africa, yeah, you could have a kid on cheap. You could have 5 kids, 6 kids, in a happy family, and have servants too. When I lived in East Africa, yeah, I was just renounced, and
Your brother has servants, right?
yeah, you go to
India,
Africa,
everybody has
you
servants.
can live very easily like a king. You can live like a king there on just a small income. Okay, so I think
I'm pretty much done.
yeah, I do want to say that you have a mixture of the 3 gunas, goodness, passion, and ignorance, which is one of them is sattvic, which is this first one that I was looking at. That's
Okay.
along, and then the other 2, those are rajasic, and that's it. You know, you don't have any tamasic energies in your hands. There.
Tamasic means like bad
Mode
ones.
of ignorance, yeah. Mode of
good.
ignorance.
You don't have
So
it.
you have passion, and you have goodness.
That's good.
What did you hear? What did you see in his left hand that he had a difficult past life, which he keeps feeling
Or
as
that I
well?
have to correct or figure
No,
something
it's
out.
all
of this one.
behind you. It's
Behind
all, and since you started meditating and taking up spiritual life, it's all been wiped away. No more karma from last life.
That's good.
In fact, you had good karma to give you birth in a family situation where you can increase your self-realization in this life. So that was in your favor to take birth
Also
in
my
America
Right.
and take birth in a family that's not
You
so
have a
in
privilege,
the
yeah.
mode of ignorance.
And they're not nuts.
So
They're not
They're not
crazy
nuts.
people.
A little nuts.
Well, I'm
Yeah.
just saying they
Everyone's a
gave
little
you
nuts, right?
good
Good
opportunity.
upbringing, yeah.
Yeah, I think
Right.
his family is very stable.
Yeah.
Now, if you can slide over
Sure.
and let her sit
Yeah.
where you are, or what trade places, or
I like
whatever.
Yeah, I think it's trade.
And I'm going to add you to his note page here because that's how I'm going to do a nice comparison because looking at your notes with his notes, that'll give me some better understanding of this compatibility situation that I decided to go for.
Can you just tell us in a minute, like, how did you get your yogic practice or palmistry practice?
My yogic practices came from very young age. I was always attracted to the culture of India. Even as a kid, I wanted to go to India when I was 5. When I first saw this show on TV, it was two young boys. One was Indian and the other was British. And they loved this elephant that they was taken care of. And the parents wanted to send this elephant off to the circus or something. And these kids didn't want that to happen.
Don't want
So
to protect the elephant.
they kidnapped the elephant and traveled all over India on this elephant. So
Oh.
that was my dream to be
Travel
like
to
that,
India.
go to India, get an elephant and ride around. So that got me started. And then meditation, TM, was popular back in the 70s. So
What is TM?
transcendental meditation.
Uh,
You ever heard of Maharishi Mahesh Yogi? The
Yeah.
Beatles had
Maharishi,
him
yeah.
as a guru, and then they said, "Oh, this guy's
Ravi
bogus."
Shankar. Right?
Ravi Shankar music. That's another thing that got my, because I was a musician at the time too, and
And George Harrison,
George
of course.
Harrison.
What did you
singing
play?
about Krishna. I played guitar, bass,
That's what I play.
keyboards. Then I got interested in sitar and
Your
harmonium.
mom plays sitar, right?
Yeah. So I
Harmonium and sitar.
started out with blues and rock and roll, and then I got involved in sitar and all this Eastern music.
Was that kind of like the Krishna Das route? He started like that too?
Yeah,
Yeah.
sort of like that. And then when I joined, that was back in late 70s, and right after Prabhupada left the planet, I was still searching for a guru. I thought, well, can't have Prabhupada. Everyone else is bogus, so who am I going to get now?
Did you see him in person?
I only saw him in my dreams and
Certainly.
his deity form.
Video
But he was traveling by jet, and I was on the road traveling by thumb. So I tried to catch up
hitchhiking,
to
yeah.
somebody flying around the world in a jet.
Couldn't catch.
I couldn't catch
So
up
you
to
weren't
him.
at any of
So I
the
was-
Tompkins Square Park kirtans or anything like that?
No. In fact, when that was going on,
He has his
I
own
was
jet?
no, just
He's
he was
flying, yeah.
first class flying in. But in the 70s, a lot of people were disenchanted with the government, Vietnam War, and everybody messed up on drugs. And
Did
it
you
was
try
a
drugs
bad
or
scene.
no?
What's that?
Did you ever try drugs?
Well, as a young teenager traveling and searching, yes, I
Did you try magic mushroom?
There wasn't anything I haven't tried.
How was your experience with magic mushroom?
She's interested in that.
Well, I don't recommend
Did it
for
awaken?
And it just gave me some strong visuals that really didn't make much sense. So I didn't see it too much as a
No,
spiritual
beneficial thing.
awakening. For me, it wasn't a spiritual awakening. What was the meditation. That's what led me more into
More
spiritual
transcendental.
awakening. The softer things, like I said, I was a young musician back in the 70s.
That's all you
So
have
it
to
was
say.
Sex, drugs,
That's all
rock
you
and
gotta
roll,
say.
and
That's all you gotta say.
Then I found Krishna, because George Harrison was always singing about.
Right.
Okay, so that's a little bit about my history.
My sweet
Thank
Lord.
you, thank you.
But
And your name?
Sada Ruchi.
Sada Ruchi.
And Stephen.
And forget the Stephen part, because that's in the
A
past.
lifetime ago.
All right, now let's
My name?
what's your name?
Swasti.
Swasti?
Yes, Swasti.
A-S-T-A. Okay. And
Tell 'em what your name
where
means.
where are you originally from?
From India,
India?
Agra.
South Agra?
Yes.
You can tell what your name means.
And how?
You tell.
Well, you have the
Fortune.
swastika. The swastika
where it
is
comes
Tibetan.
from. Yeah.
That's a Vedic symbol of Vishnu.
Yeah.
And how
And
old
Shiva is as well.
He also has that same.
Because when he's become the
okay,
Natraj,
yes. Okay.
do you see him?
Okay.
He does like this.
Yeah, the same.
Even if you see the Buddha and then the Natraj posture,
That's what that's for.
the swasti is
The
like.
shape with it.
So
Yes,
what
yeah,
goes?
I didn't know that. No one told
Yeah.
me
So the
that.
energy flows this way, and the energy flows
To the back.
outside. What flows this direction also
Flows
flows
that,
this
like this
direction.
way.
What is outside is also inside.
Okay.
So that makes the swastika. So how my grandfather explained that it's within and without and inside and out.
Okay.
That's how the symbol is. And it's Shiva and Krishna and all of creation. He likes to know like what my meaning is.
What?
And your fortune.
What is your dominant hand?
Right hand.
And what is? What's your age now?
50. And I'm going to be 51 tomorrow.
That's right.
Tomorrow.
On
My Krishna's
Janmashtami.
birthday.
Wow, that's amazing. That's very auspicious.
Yes.
Are you a vegetarian?
Yes.
And what do you do? What's your occupation?
I work for a bank.
Bankster?
Yes.
I mean bank teller?
Bankster.
Loan officer, right?
Loan
Bank
officer.
office.
Banker.
Banks. I like
Quality
the
control.
bankster.
Thanks, there.
Well, I have to be nice to my bank because, like I say, they get my retirement check
Yeah.
coming in.
So you can get it.
so I can
What
get
is
it.
this interesting thing you have?
This here?
Yeah.
Set
a
like so you
magnifier.
can see the lines.
I
Right
just
here.
thought this. I just thought the bottom was very interesting.
Oh no, this is made in
It's handmade.
UK, London,
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
1941. It's very old. And then this is a porcupine needle,
Needle.
Huh.
so I could point at things right here. Oh, let's look at your this one first.
All right.
You're having a fire hand. I can see.
Oh
that.
my God!
So you
Fire
both
sign.
have
I'm
fire.
so dominant
No,
with
wait.
fire.
You have fire hand. He has earth hand.
Yeah.
That is a great combination.
It is? That's good.
Compatibility is highly recommended.
But the earth has to do.
90% compatibility for earth and fire.
90% sounds good to me.
Yeah, 90%. good combination.
I have a lot of fire in me.
Babe, I almost see your name right here.
Huh?
Swadhisthana.
That's a chakra.
The chakra. That could be your nickname.
I can see.
Keep it flat or that's okay?
You're okay. I have a square palm, and that is classified as an earth hand. You have 4 elements: earth, water, air, fire, and you are fitting into an earth hand category. So there are many millions of other people with earth hands too, but
Is that a
they're-
common mostly? Or Earth hand is the most common or?
Yeah, in America, the Nepalese, most common with them is fire hands, and you go to Europe, and there's water hand people. It's different traits, different characteristics that settle in these different segments. And right now, a lot of yours are up in the upper, which is good because sattvic energy is always better than tamasic energy. You know about the 3 gunas.
No, I don't think.
Sattvic is goodness.
I know, but
Rajasic is passion.
And ignorance.
And ignorance is 3rd class, the lowest.
Right.
So
The modes
they,
of passion.
yes. So these modes are influencing our thinking and our activities according to our conditioning. So you, I'll get more into it. Let's look at the left hand too.
Does a square hand make you more stable?
Did you read that somewhere? Because that is one of the definitions of an earth.
Maybe she was perceptive of it.
That is true in most cases. When
Babaji,
say-
I don't think that we just meet people randomly. That we have met people in other lives and we meet them again.
That is true too. That can happen. It does happen a lot. And sometimes we, just like in Krishna's case, one appearance, like in Sita Ram, he was the older brother to Lakshman, and then they decided to trade off roles, and Balaram was the older one, and
The older
the
brother.
next appearance, yes, right. So sometimes we can change out our role. This life you're playing the part of a wife, next life you could play the part of the husband. So we have no control over our karma
Or what
sometimes,
body.
or what body we get. But there is a reason why we are put into each life form, each body. We have to learn certain lessons. Then we could avoid pitfalls if we want. Okay.
Hey, that's why you were mother to Uncle Huber, who's your uncle.
No separate reading.
That's what I believe. Like, he has motherly traits as well.
Yeah, for Onyx. Cat.
He's very passionate and compassionate to animals, to wild animals.
So you're working out in the gym?
Yes.
What is that what
Yeah.
the calluses are
Calluses
from?
are from gym, yeah.
Mhm.
5 days a week. Yeah.
You made some improvements. Last life didn't fully work for you, so this life you have a better chance at that. And under some stress and pressure, is it the boss? Is it the just general survival situation?
We had
Does
3
you-
people leave in like 3 months. Yeah.
So high pressure
High
work,
pressure work, yeah.
because that's showing up right here, right?
shows
Are
up
you on
there.
the cell phone and computer a lot? Because
Computer.
there's some.
Yeah.
See where all that mess is right there on the
Is that
Venus
like-
Mount?
Is
That's
that like
stress, anxiety,
Stress.
worry, high pressure, and it's starting to show up in
it's like every
strain,
day?
straining on your heart. There's the heart line right here. See all these lines passing through it? Those are just stress and strain. Just it's not a big problem. You sleep.
Just stressors,
it's not-
yeah,
You
yeah.
get full 8 hours. You
Yeah,
get
I'll
8
try
hours sleep,
to. Yeah,
and you say you're taking time out to exercise and all
correct.
that.
Yeah,
Is that a decompression, de-stressifier?
pretty much. Yeah, and meditation too.
And meditation. That's
Yeah.
probably the most effective. Every morning you get up early and you
I
meditate?
try at least to do a prayer and then a chant in the morning.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm just going to be looking at the hand and
Okay.
not saying very... 25th. So I'm going to be looking at your hand
My
first.
hand, yeah.
What's your name?
Michael.
Michael. I have a brother named Michael. Michael and Steven are a combination
Oh,
of boys. You know, like my older brother, he used to be called Mickey by the grandparents, and
My dad too. Same thing.
Yeah, but he wasn't really full brother. He was half brother. And that's why. we
I
never
like
got-
the
never
curtains
got-
behind you. They're like so beautiful. The one that's
Cosmic.
right behind you
Yeah.
is amazing.
I like this one. 47. Yes.
And are you